Listen and practice.
My uncle took a picture during his trip to Asia. It was taken on the sidewalk of a busy street. In the picture is a boy with a pencil and a notebook. He is working on his homework. There is no desk and no chair. He is using a stool as his desk. Around the boy are his father and mother. The father is pointing to the book, trying to help. The mother is smiling and watching them closely. Beside them is their family business, a bicycle repair stand. It seems that the parents do not have much education, but you can see that they care strongly about their son's schoolwork. Their eyes are filled with hope. Bicycles, cars, buses, and people are passing by in the picture, but this family is not disturbed by the noise. To the family, the son's studies seem to be the center of the world. I was really touched by this picture.
Listen and practice.
Once, there was a boy who could not stop talking. All day long, he talked and talked. He had no friends. Why? Because he always talked and never listened. Words came from the boy's mouth all day long. The boy asked his father, "Why don't I have any friends?" He wanted so much to have friends. His father said, "Listen, my son. Do you hear the frogs in the pond? They never stop croaking. They croak all day. They croak all night. But does anyone really hear them?" The boy agreed that nobody listened to the frogs when they croaked. "Early tomorrow morning, the rooster will crow," said the father. "He crows only at this time, but everyone listens to him. He wakes us all up from our sleep." The boy understood. From then on, he would be like the rooster, a boy of few words.
Listen and practice.
John is excited and scared. He is starting at a new school today. He doesn't know anyone at the school. No one talks to him, and he sits all by himself at lunchtime. No one wants to be his friend. That night, John's father has a surprise for him. It is a puppy. John is very happy. Now he has a new friend. The puppy sleeps in a bed next to John. The next day at school, John tells his class about his new puppy. He shows everyone a picture of the puppy. One boy puts up his hand and asks, "Can I come to your house after school and see your puppy?" John says, "Yes, you can come and meet my friend." After school, the two boys go to John's house and play with the puppy. John is happy. Now he has 2 new friends.
Listen and practice.
I live downtown. My home is only 2 blocks away from the busiest street in the city. One day, our teacher gave us some homework to interview people in different jobs. How interesting! I couldn't wait to start my homework. First, I went to a tailor shop. Mr. Mo had been a tailor for more than 20 years. He was very busy fixing a pair of pants for a lady. Mr. Mo cut the fabric with his magic scissors while we talked. "10 minutes later, the old lady left the shop with a big smile on her face. My second stop was Miss Ricci's bakery. The bakery shop was warm and the air smelled delicious. There were many treats. Miss Ricci gets up at 5:30 a.m. every day. By 7 a.m., all the breads are ready and her store opens. After the bakery, I visited a grocery store, a clinic, a flower shop, a bookstore, and a clothing shop. Oh, I love my neighborhood.
Listen and practice.
Tommy was a young boy. He was eager to start school. Every day he would ask his mom, "Is today the day I go to school?" "No, not yet," his mom would say. This went on for months. Finally, one day, his mom said, "Yes, today is the day you go to school." Suddenly, Tommy felt scared. He didn't want to be away from his mom. "No, I'm not going." He ran upstairs and hid under his bed. He heard his mom calling him, but he didn't answer. Then his mom came to his room. "Are you under the bed?" she asked. "No, I'm not," said Tommy. Mom laughed. She pulled Tommy out. Then she sent him to school. She stayed there for a little while. Other mothers were there too. At the end of the day, Tommy came out of the school with a big smile on his face. He was very glad he went.
Listen and practice.
One day, Tommy and his brother Alex went swimming. As they got close to the swimming pool, they saw something strange. A man was jogging in the water. The two brothers were very curious. Tommy asked the man, "Why are you jogging in the water, not on land?" The old man smiled and said, "Well, that is simple. Running in water uses the same muscles as running on land, but it is much easier on my knee joints." "Why do you prefer jogging to swimming?" asked Tommy. "Jogging is slower than swimming, but it is more tiring. It is also more difficult to keep your balance while jogging in water. And it's just as good for the heart, lungs, and muscles. The two kids happily jumped in the water. They learned that jogging in water is a fun way to get fit.
Listen and practice.
Let's all think about this. Almost every country in the world celebrates Mother's Day. Isn't that amazing? Australia, Canada, Brazil, China, Bulgaria, Germany, Greece, Japan, Italy, Mexico, India, Portugal, Sweden. The list goes on and on. Although different countries celebrate this special day in different ways, they all recognize the importance and role of mothers in society. On this special day, we all honor our mothers and their contribution to this world. We do things to show them that we value and love them. It's one of the greatest things we can do to show them we care and appreciate everything they have done for us. So, next Mother's Day, do something special for your mom.
Listen and practice.
Mr. Smith grows beautiful flowers in his flower shop. Recently, he hired a young man who didn't seem very happy with his life. One day, Mr. Smith received a call. A girl wanted some special flowers delivered to her the next day. It was going to be her birthday. The next morning, Mr. Smith cut 20 fresh roses and asked his new employee to deliver the flowers. 30 minutes later, the young man came back with a big smile on his face. "Why are you so happy?" Mr. Smith asked. "I learned something beautiful," the young man replied. "The girl who ordered the flowers is blind. She told me that although she cannot see the flowers, she can just imagine their beauty. She can touch and smell the flowers. They make her happy." The young man gazed at the flowers all around the shop and said, "For that, I am happier than before."
Listen and practice.
When I meet someone for the first time, I like to try to find something we have in common, something that's the same about me and the other person. Maybe we like the same food, or we go to the same school. For example, when I meet another university student, I might ask, "Have you ever taken a class with this professor before?" If we find something in common, we have lots to talk about, and the conversation continues.
Listen and practice.
Some people only talk about themselves and they don't ask questions about the other person. But I think it's important to ask about the other person too. When I meet someone new, I usually try to ask the other person questions and make small talk to get to know them. Small talk means just talking about everyday topics. For example, I say, "So, where are you from?" Or, "What do you do?" Or, "Are you a baseball fan?" Nothing too serious or too personal. I think asking about other people shows them you're interested in meeting them.